Hey everyone, it's Zia. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have another paranormal story time for you guys because the other one was really creepy and now I'm gonna tell you another creepy one. Yay! So the last time I told you guys a paranormal story was about seeing a full body apparition in my father-in-law's childhood home that I definitely believe was my fiance's grandfather. This story is very different and it happened here at this house that I am sitting in, and it happened about a month or 2 months ago. So it was really creepy. And grab a snack, grab a blanket, I don't know, grab something, make you feel safe. I'm just gonna get started. So there was this one night, I had straightened my hair, and when I straighten my hair, I don't want to get a bunch of texture in it afterwards. So what I do is I put it all back in a ponytail, and I put another thing and another thing, and it all stays behind my back. Okay? That's how I style my hair on days or nights when I straighten my hair. That will come into play later. So, that morning, after I straightened my hair and had it tied up in one long ponytail, I apparently walk into my mother-in-law's bedroom and I shake her awake. And she looks at me. And she is trying to figure out what's going on, because usually I don't go over there and wake her up so early in the morning. I wake up after she does. And she was confused about why I was waking her up. And she looked at me. I looked straight at her and I said, "You should get up to see the storm." And she's thinking, okay, well, I don't hear a storm. I don't see any rain. But okay, because Shazi's telling me that I should go look at this thing, so I'm gonna go look at this thing. And she says, "Hold on, I'll be right there." So I leave the room and she starts to get up and she gets her little slippers on and she makes her way towards her bedroom door. And for a second she turns around and she looks back at her bed, and my father-in-law is laying there, and he does this little wave just to let her know that he's awake, and he's done this plenty of times before. It's nothing new. So she looks at him, he's laying there, he sticks his head up and he waves. And she waves too, and she comes out into the living room. And she's looking straight out the living room window, and she's like confused because there is no storm. There's no rain, there's no wind. Like, what is the storm that Shazia was talking? She calls me Shazi because my name is Shazia. I have everybody call me Ziya, but she likes Shazi better. Anyway, so she's like, Shazi is telling me about this storm, but I don't see a storm. Like, what's going on? And she also notices that I'm not out there anymore. She didn't take very long to come out of the room, so why would I not be in there? So she's walking around. It's still really dark out, and I'm not out there waiting for her. And so she just starts looking out the window, and she doesn't know what the hell I was talking about. And she looks down and she notices that my father-in-law's car isn't outside. So suddenly she gets freaked out because she's like, oh my god, this car got stolen. And she runs back into her bedroom to go tell my father-in-law that his car is gone and he's not in the bed. He's just not there. And she realized that it's 5 o'clock in the morning. He leaves for work earlier than that. So when he waved at her, when he was laying in bed, he wasn't there. That wasn't him. And at that point, she got freaked out. And she goes back into the living room and she sits there. And she's trying to figure out why she woke up and why I woke her up. So later on, my fiance wakes up probably 20 minutes after this happens. And he goes out there and he starts talking to her. And she says, "Is Shazi awake?" And he says, "No, she's not awake." And she said, "Oh, that's weird. She woke me up this morning." And he says, "Oh, why?" She said she wanted me to see a storm. And there was no storm. And Ernie says, "No, she's been asleep." And Ernie is a very light sleeper. If I were to get out of bed, he would wake up. And this constantly happens. Whenever I have to get up to pee, he wakes up. He turns over. He goes, "Is everything okay?" Because he's always worried. But he said, "I didn't see her get up. She didn't get out of bed." And my mother-in-law isn't completely believing it at this point, because who woke her up then. She saw me, she saw my face. And soon I wake up at around 8 o'clock and I go out there and she asked me, she says, "Did you wake up and come tell me to wake up and look at a storm?" I said, "No, of course not." And she said, "Has your hair been that way the whole time?" Because it was back in the ponytail. And I said, "Yeah, it's straight. I didn't want to mess it up. Why?" And she said, "Because I saw you with 2 braids." So my mother-in-law was shaken awake by somebody who was pretending to be me, had their hair in 2 freaking braids, and told her to go look outside and go see a storm. Not only did she see me, but she also saw her husband laying in the bed, who poked his head up when she was leaving the room and waved. Some weird shit. This was actually a very short story, but it's a very creepy story. This wasn't a story that I was involved in technically, because me, physically, this person was not involved in this story, but my likeness was. So it gives me chills every time I talk about it, and my body just tenses up and I feel like I can't move because it's such a creepy story, and for something to actually take my form and show itself to somebody else in this house is crazy. Doppelgangers are a thing, and if I were to see me in this house, then that would mean like I'm going to die. It was really a terrifying thing, especially when she told me about it, and at first I was like, oh my god, am I sleepwalking? And she mentioned that I had 2 braids in my hair, and I was like, no, that's not me. That was not me. Oh god. That's it. That's the story. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I didn't freak you out too much. I hope you get good sleep tonight. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. And I put out new videos every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And now I'm finally on Instagram and on Snapchat, so you can follow me there. It's the Ziya Scholz. Once again, I hope you guys stick around and become part of my family, because I would love to have you as part of my tiny little girl YouTube family. And I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.